Hello guys, welcome to the new video of code practice, and in this video we will talk about Micronaut framework. It's a new framework similar like Spring framework, but it is in terms of performance it is much more efficient than Spring Boot, and it is also used for microservices and the web applications, right? So let's see how it is different from Spring Boot framework and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages with respect to Spring framework. Now, coming to Spring, if we do comparison between these two frameworks, Spring and Micronaut, so let's see what are the pros for Spring framework. So Spring framework is widely used framework and provides most of the integration with other libraries. Like it is used by most of the developers and most of the companies, and the integration with libraries like Redis, MongoDB, and AWS Lambda and everything. Spring provides most of the integration for us, right? And the second thing is wider community. If we talk about the community support for the Spring, because most of the developers are using Spring framework, that's why we get more community support, more help, and more material for that Spring framework. Now provides reactive programming with Spring Webflux. Now since Spring Framework 5.0, we are getting Spring Webflux support, reactive programming support in Spring, and also Spring provides multi-language support, that is Java, Kotlin, and Groovy, and some other languages as well, right? Now if we talk about the cons, this is the most, I would say, the bad thing about Spring is heavy use of reflection. Spring uses runtime reflection, right? So whatever auto wiring you are doing or whatever the annotations that you are using, right? So it injects them at the runtime. So when you start your application, when it boots up when your application is booting, right? So at that time, this reflection comes into the picture, and that's why the cold startup time and the memory usage is not suitable for serverless cloud applications like Lambda functions. So you know about that like in Lambda we pay the whatever the resources we are using, right? So let's say I am hitting one request on my Lambda, and let's see if application is taking 60 seconds to up, right? So I have to bear that cost of 60 seconds as well as the time taken by the request. But if we talk about the Micronaut, in Micronaut, it is also a cloud native framework for web applications and microservices, but it uses compile time reflections. So whatever the injections, dependency injections you are using, annotations you are using, they are binded at compile time. That's why the runtime or the boot time for the application is way more less than the Spring framework, and the minimal cold startup time and memory usage. It's a lightweight compared to Spring, and its cold startup time for the Lambda function is way more less than the Spring framework. And it also provides the reactive stack, and it has also the multi-language support like Java, Kotlin, and Groovy. And if we talk about the structure, like how to define the dependency and the dependency injection, these are quite similar to Spring. It's just the annotations are different, right? And the consequences are smaller community, because it's a new framework for developing the web application and microservices. So it has smaller community. So that's why you might find that while developing your project, you may face some problems, and you have to do more Google and more research on that particular problem to find out the solution, right? Now if we talk about, as we know, right, Spring.io is the website where we can find all the documentation related to Spring framework, right? Similar to that, there is Micronaut.io. So on this website as well, you can find the resources, the documentation, and everything about the framework, what it is, what's the version. Like latest version is 3.0, right? 3.0.0. And if we talk about how we can set up our Micronaut framework, this we will study in upcoming lectures. So I will give you two ways. One is the CLI way, and the another one is the starter project in the Micronaut. How we can set up them and how to run our basic application, this we will see in our upcoming videos. So that's it for now, and I will recommend you guys do go from this documentation. It's very helpful in the, if you talk about the serverless applications, it's good to have that core startup time as much less as we can get. So it's highly efficient in those things, and we should use this framework. So that's it for this lecture, guys. Thank you.